Namaste, this is Bhagwan Kulkarni. I welcome you all to my real estate YouTube channel. Today, real estate Pedi. Today, our topic is buying a flat. What a person should look while buying a flat. Basically, there are two, three purposes that why you are buying a flat. Okay, one is it is your basic need. So when it comes to your basic need, it has to be nearby to your offices or to your commercial centers. It has to be near to schools, hospitals, and markets. These are the basic things one has to see. And where is the location? Now, location also differs. There are certain people who don't prefer road touch flats because road touch flats have a lot of problems of your traffic, and initially there is no traffic when the area is getting developed. But once the area gets developed, at that time what happens? Uh, there is a huge amount of traffic, and traffic practically doesn't allow you to sit in your house. You have to have soundproof windows and all these things. So, and there are other benefits also, that it has proximity to all your communication things like your bus stop, metro stations, and all other things. When you come down, you get a cab. When you come down, you get a rickshaw. All, and then commercially also it is there. And if you are a professional, say CA, CS, or a doctor running an OPD, these places are quite good for them. Means they can do their businesses in these residential areas. This is one thing. Second thing is bit inside where it is calm and quiet, calm and quiet, and but all these other things are bit far off away from them. The most important thing, having a road touch property, is something that few years down the line, say 25, 30 years down the line, when the road expansion takes place, at that time it is we are at a risk to lose our places over there. This is a major risk in that process. And at that time, even if we have to redevelop our property at that time, and if you get an additional FSI, the additional FSI is not doesn't get consumed in that. And when it doesn't get consumed into that, at that time you really have tough time. You really have tough time. You have to leave that place. And if there is a road winding, though the government says that it gives you 5 times the market price or 5 times the ready reckoner rates, but there are a lot of other things involved in that. There is a lot of depreciation and all these things involved in that. So really, how much you get when 5 times is said is really an area of concern. Third thing, while buying all these flats, these are all basic things what I am explaining you. While buying this flat, what we need to see into this is that whether where is that where is that flat being constructed, whether it is being authorized by the local statutory offices, whether the plan is sanctioned, whether the land is NA. If the land is not NA, then under what scheme the whole property is being developed. All these things are to be seen into that. Many times what happens, to get cheaper this thing, cheaper flats, people go into unauthorized construction. When they go into unauthorized construction, they get cheaper flats, but they don't get loans for that. But and at times even getting some connections, and also this thing is very important. So what we need to see into this is that whether it is authorized one, and one has to go for an authorized one only. The government of Maharashtra, and in other cases also, I have observed that even registration of those flats is also at times a very difficult problem, very difficult for that, the registration of the flats. So as long as it doesn't get, even if it doesn't get registered, the property title doesn't get cleared into that. So my suggestion is that while buying a flat, what one has to look into it is that, means all these things, that whether it is being authorized by the statutory authorities, number one. Number two, I will always advise, though if you have money, you always should take a loan from a nationalized bank, and okay, statutory authorities. If it is not authorized, the nationalized bank don't give you loans, and when they don't give you loans, then at that times you need to you should not buy that property, because tomorrow if it is into the layout of an road, then your building is at a is in the danger zone of being demolished and not getting any compensation. Some months back, or a year and a half or 2 years back, it was seen in Pune, in Pimpri Chinchwad area, or even in a lot of other areas also, that the land was into the uh, red zone. What is red zone? The red zone is the zone which falls into the floodline area, or the that blue line area, blue line, sorry, not red, blue line area. So this blue line area is a flood zone. So if it is into the flood zone, then also the corporation or the statutory authorities, without any notice, can uh, eradicate or can demolish your properties. And there have been instances where all these things have been done. So while going into all these things, you need to take care of all. You need to see who is the architect also. There are certain architects who do only statutory work, who do only work which is being permissible. They don't do work with unauthorized work. So who is the architect, who is the builder, what is his reputation, and all these things. And never give upfront money unless and until you get a very great discount. Never give, or you are an investor, never give upfront money. Don't give upfront money. Because if you give upfront money, and if the builder doesn't complete the work, then in that case you are likely to lose your money. Or even if you take your loan, you need to see that the money disbursed to the builder is accordance with the development of the project. That is, normally there are stages for slab this much, for brickwork this much, for external painting this much, for internal painting this much, for internal plumbing this much, internal electrification this much. So there are certain stages. Normally there are 10 stages, and at the time of possession you have to pay only 10% of the amount. So a lot of people have been duped into this, that the builders have taken over entire amount before the building is even constructed, or in the incomplete structure, and they have diversified the money. There are a lot of cases. I would not like to take names into this, but there are a lot of cases. So we will be improving our videos on this while in our future videos also. But today we have given a brief nutshell about buying a flat. Today only this much. Thank you very much.